What's going on? This first video today gonna be about Charles Barkley and Shaq and them debating about Rudy Gobbert and saying the NBA is rigged. And what did I think? Well, it is rigged. I mean, the Lakers' free throw disparity is hilarious. How does a ninth, 10th seed team that's a playing tournament team have more free throws than a Nuggets team that has a bigger front court? I mean, explain that away to me. Besides saying they jump shooting and shoot free throws, explain that away to me. Um, it's always been that the big cities get the big calls. You know, all you gotta do is ask Rasheed Wallace and them. Ask Allen Iverson. You know, Shaq wasn't properly. He should have gone to the free throw line 25 to 30 times, the most unstoppable force ever, and the most dominant because he was the only one. Unlike Jordan for that matter, Barkley got to the free throw a whole lot, but Shaq played in the paint. So how does he not go to free throw line every night 25 to 30 times? Especially when they knowingly said that they had four centers who would normally give up 6 fouls each. That's 24 fouls. So that man should have averaged at least 28 to 32 free throw attempts a night. Just keeping it 100, especially in his prime and his peak. If James Harden can get all them free throws, but yeah, it's always been favoritism. I mean, you had an NBA commission in David Stern 20 years ago say, my dream finals would have been LA versus LA. Tim Donahue, even though he got busted, and they always like to say, oh, he was the felon ref and the cheating ref with Guido and the mob, he ain't the only one on the tape. The refs have controlled and dictated the way things go because they get the green light from the commissioner. And they have always given superstars favorable calls and treatment. And they've always given favorable cities because the joke was, and I used to say this all the time back in the day with a buddy of mine, nobody wants to see Minnesota and Toronto in the finals, or Minnesota and Atlanta in the finals. They want LA and Boston has been romanticized forever and a day. I don't care where they are. That's the romanticism. Now Miami's in it. That's my team, but Miami's now romanticized. But they have what they want. So unless I start to see, just like this in playing tournament with the Lakers one, that's just so convenient that it happens to be in LA. Just so convenient. The stuff is fixed. I'm a firm believer that you need to see more of the Denvers and the Milwaukee's winning chips. You need to see more different teams participating for it don't look so fake because it has always looked fake. You can always question mark how they happen to just land a big star in a big city. Things ain't by accident. It ain't by accident why the Lakers always get top brass and all this and all that. They do things, they do call games differently. Things aren't fair, and that's just the way of the world. That's the reality. So it ain't really that different. They've allowed flopping and acting. They play no defense. They selective how they call fouls for. And they should, if they surprisingly they don't have more robots or have another eyes, but they have dictated the way things have gone. You can't obviously say that it's fair when you got two franchises that have 30 plus titles combined in the Lakers and the Celtics. Let that sink in. Two. Now, granted, there's been more expansion in the last 30 years, but still, two franchises got all that. And we ain't even talking about including appearances. Come on now. Does that seem fair? Does that not seem shady? That was in big cities. That ain't by accident. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for nothing. No, Rudy Gobert shouldn't have gotten suspended. He shouldn't have gotten fined because the refs have made bad calls. And it does, unless I see eyeball tests, I would be wondering, could we get a different finals that we didn't expect? Wouldn't it be something if Denver, obviously if the Nuggets keep winning, that would be great. OKC or Minnesota come from the West and win and play in Indiana or play somebody that you didn't see coming. Milwaukee would be a good fit. But when you see the same old same, it looks very formulated and predictable. And yes, it is a script because they have made the agenda with the foreign players. And I'm glad that the guys are playing because Gilbert Arenas was ignorant and off his rocker. However, there has been an agenda to demasculate the big black player and also push an agenda. That's no hyperbole. So it does look like a fix. It does. I'm out.